Hey guys, back at it because I'm not a quitter. All right, let's get going. All right, so this next one, what you're gonna same deal. Okay, again, you're just gonna notice that we're not going to be able to just multiply one equation, so we're going to have to multiply both. So again, you notice 5 doesn't go into 7. 5 also doesn't go into 14. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to find the least common multiple between the lower numbers, like just 5 and 7 will do just fine. All right, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. So the least common multiple, sometimes the easiest way to find it, so least common multiple between 5 and 7. So the highest number or the lowest number that both of these can be multiplied to become, which is 5 times 7 is 35. So again, you'll notice that they're both positive though, so be careful. One of these I'm going to have to multiply by a negative. So anyway, let's get to it. So I need to multiply, in order to get to 35, I need to multiply this one by 5 on both sides. And this one I'm going to have to multiply by 7, but again, since I multiplied this top one by positive, I'm going to multiply this bottom one by negative. So negative 7. And again, that's just so my x's will actually add up to 0. Alright, so let's keep going. 5 times 7x is 35x. And then 5 times negative 14 is negative 70y. And then 21 times 5 is 105. Alright, next one. Again, negative 7 times 5x is negative 35x. Negative 7 times negative 5y is positive 35y. Equals 10 times negative 7 is negative 70. So we're good to go now. Let's go ahead and eliminate our x's, cross those out, add everything else up. Negative 70y plus 35y is negative 35y. And 105 minus 70 is positive 35. So we'll divide by negative 35. So it'll be y equals negative 1. And now, again, you guys are hopefully getting used to it. Again, we'll take this negative 1, we're going to plug it back in. So I'm just going to use the bottom one. It really doesn't matter, though. So 5x minus 5 times negative 1 equals 10. Negative 5 times negative 1 is positive 5. So 5x plus 5 equals 10. Subtract here. So 5x equals 5. Divide by 5. X equals 1. So my ordered pair is 1 comma negative 1. Alright, 2 more. Alright, so again we're going to eliminate, and in this case it's actually going to be a little bit easier just because we notice, okay, so again we see that they're not set up to go. Okay, if there was one that was positive, one positive 6 and one negative 6, we'd be good to go. We could just cross them out and go. Same thing with like negative 14y. If we had a positive 14y down here, we could just cross it out and go. But that's not how it works. All right, so we're going to have to multiply one of the equations, and you'll notice that 3 actually goes into 6. So I'm going to multiply this one. Again, it's a negative 3, so I just need to multiply by positive 2. I don't need to change the sign, because I'm going to end up with a negative 6 here, which is what I need. So negative 6x plus 14y equals 30 times 2 is 60. So let me cross this middle guy out. What do you notice? They're exact opposites of each other. So when I try to add these up, okay, be real careful here, guys, because this is like, put a big star by this problem, because this is where a lot of algebra students mess up. So I tried to cancel out the x's, so those are going to add up to 0. Negative 14y plus 14y also adds up to 0, so there's nothing left on the left side of my equation. Now, again, the number for nothing is 0, so always write 0 if there's nothing else over there. And then negative 60 plus 60 is 0. Alright, so does 0 equal 0? You're such a smart class. You guys you're good. You're the best. Alright, so this is a true statement. That means that this is infinitely many solutions. That was a terrible L. Infinitely many solutions. Same line. And you want to say it is a dependent system. All right, so one more thing I want to show you. Again, I don't have a problem like this, but if your answer got to be 0 equals 4 or 4 equals 10, obviously these don't match up, okay? They're not equal to each other. So this, if you got this, it would be no solution. Parallel lines, and again, I know we've already talked about this, but again, it's good to review with you guys just so you, again, so you don't forget it all. So no solution, parallel lines, and you're going to say inconsistent. It's an inconsistent system. All right, one more. Throwing a curveball at you for the last one. It's a word problem. I'm the worst person in the world. All right, here we go. It says define two variables, write two equations, and solve. Now we don't really need to worry about. I'll define the variables first. So I'm gonna have x be says the sum of twice a number. Okay, so it's gonna be a number. This is silly. Say, and then y is gonna be a second number. We're being very mathematical right now. So it says the sum of twice a number and 5 times a second number is -4. The difference of 3 times the first number and 4 times the second number is 17. Find the numbers. All right, so we're going to set up a system. So for the first one, it says the sum of twice a number. So first of all, twice a number is going to be 2x. And we're summing something, so we're adding it to 5 times a second number, so plus 5y equals -4. So let's set up the second one. It says the difference of 3 times the first number, so this is the first number, x is the first number. So difference of 3 times the first number, so 3x, and the difference means it's subtraction here. And 4 times the second, so 4y equals 17. And there you go. There's our system. So now we're going to solve. So again, you notice that again 2 doesn't go into 3, 4 doesn't go into 5, so I'm going to have to multiply both equations. All right, so I'm going to pick the x's just because they're smaller. If you wanted to pick the y's, you could, but again, they're bigger numbers, but they're already opposite signs, so I don't know. You do what you want. So again, we're looking for the least common multiple between 2 and 3, which is 6. So again, I'm going to do a positive one for the top one and a negative one for the bottom one. So it's going to be multiply this one here by 3 to get a positive 6x. So 3 on both sides. And this bottom one by a -2 to get a negative 6x. All right, so let's rewrite it what we got. So it's going to be 6x plus 15y equals -12. And then this guy will become -6x plus, negative times a negative is a positive, plus 8y equals -2 times 17 is -34. There you go. All right, so let's go ahead and eliminate now. So eliminate my x's, add everything else up. 15y plus 8y is 23y. And -12 plus -34 is -46. So we will divide by 23. So y equals -2. And again, the last step, you're going to take your -2 and you're going to plug it back in. So I'll just use the bottom one again. It really doesn't matter. So I'm going to plug it in right here. So let me rewrite it. So it'll be 3x minus 4 times -2 equals 17. -4 times -2 is 8, so 3x plus 8 equals 17. Subtract 8. So 3x equals 9. Oop, there go the lights just in time. So x equals 3. So my two numbers, again, the first number is 3 and the second number is -2. Well, I hope that I've sufficiently hurt your brains in this time, or in this video. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. See you next time.